Have you ever wondered if walking alone is enough to take care of your heart after age 65? Well, according to a recent study from Johns Hopkins University, about 73% of heart surgeons say that walking alone may no longer be effective, and in some cases may even be risky. That's right. For many seniors, traditional walking can bring more problems than benefits. Risk of falls, joint pain, and even strain on the heart. If you're at this stage in your life and experiencing leg pain, constant fatigue, or difficulty getting around, what I'm about to share could, without exaggeration, completely change your health and perhaps even save your life. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 simple, safe, and expert-approved exercises that work as alternatives to walking. And best of all, they can all be done in the comfort of your own home. No gyms or parks required. You may have noticed signs like poor circulation, tingling feet, swollen legs, or that unbearable fatigue after sitting for too long. If so, know that you're not alone. Millions of seniors face the same symptoms daily, thinking that walking is the only way out, even when it causes pain. But here's a surprising fact. Among these 5 alternatives, there's one that can offer the same benefits as a 20-minute walk in just 30 seconds. That's right, sitting in a chair. If you want to protect your heart, keep your mind active, and live independently for many years to come, stay with me. What you're about to discover could transform your health in the next 24 hours. But first, tell me where you're watching this from. Write your city or country in the comments below. I'd love to hear how far this message is reaching. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, click the button and activate the bell so you don't miss any tips that can truly impact your life. For those who don't know me, I'm Dr. Anna Laura, and if you're ready to embark on this journey with me, write below. Let's go together. Your feedback helps me create increasingly useful content for you. Now, let's get straight to the point. There's a truth few people talk about. Walking isn't always the best exercise for those over 65. And before I show you the alternatives, I need to explain why. As the body ages, it changes. A lot. Joints become more sensitive, balance declines, and blood circulation slows. Yet many doctors continue to repeat the same generic advice: walk more. But this advice, though well-intentioned, can be dangerous. Imagine this. You try to walk, feel pain, or even a slight dizziness, become afraid and start avoiding movement. The result? You spend more time sitting, your blood circulation decreases, your heart becomes overworked, and the risk of swelling, thrombosis, and even a heart attack increases. A Dr. Sarah Shen, the American Heart Association, dice récemment, we need to rethink exercise recommendations for older adults. What's good for young people can be harmful for older people. And that's exactly why the alternatives I'm going to show you are so valuable. They were designed to work in harmony with the mature body, respecting its limits, but without sacrificing results. And the first of these is powerful: chair push-ups, an exercise so simple that many people don't even realize how much it can do for your heart. It's like activating your body's second heart. But I'll explain that in detail in the next section. Now here's some information that might really surprise you and change the way you view your own body. The calf muscles are known among cardiologists as the body's second heart, and that nickname isn't for nothing. Every time you move your calves, especially when they contract, they help pump blood from your legs back to your heart. This movement acts like a natural pump. But when you spend a lot of time sitting and barely use them, guess who has to compensate? Your heart, which ends up having to work twice as hard to keep circulation flowing. That's why the so-called foot pump exercise is so powerful, yet incredibly, one of the most underrated in cardiology. It's incredibly simple, yet it mimics the benefits of walking without impacting your knees, hips, or back. The best part? You can do it literally anywhere. Reading a book, eating breakfast, watching TV, or even waiting in the doctor's office. Want a real-life example? Let me tell you the story of Harold, a 78-year-old gentleman from Columbus, Ohio. He couldn't walk more than a few steps without feeling dizzy. He kept hearing the same advice from doctors. You need to walk more. But honestly, he couldn't. He felt frustrated and helpless. Until a physical therapist introduced him to the standing-sitting pump. Harold started slowly, 20 repetitions per hour, whenever he sat down to watch his favorite westerns. And lo and behold, within just 2 weeks, he called me, his voice brimming with enthusiasm. The swelling in his ankles had disappeared. His feet were warm again, something he hadn't felt in years. And he told me, with tears in his eyes, for the first time, I feel like I'm participating in my own recovery, instead of just watching my body deteriorate. Want to know how? It's simple. Sit upright in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. First, lift your heels, keeping your toes on the floor, and hold for a second. Then, lower your heels and lift your toes, keeping your heels on the floor, and hold for a second. That's a full cycle. Start with 10 cycles at a time, and over time, increase to 20 per hour. The beauty of this exercise isn't just in its physical benefits, it's also psychological. Many people here move more and feel guilty or incapable, especially if they already experience pain or insecurity when standing up. This small movement breaks that mental barrier. It gives you the feeling of, I can do it. You can start right now, right where you are. No gym, equipment, or even shoes required. Just you and your desire to improve. That's the first step. A small but powerful step. Now let's move on to the second. Alternative number 2, wall push-ups, the gentle giant of heart health. When we talk about push-ups, many people immediately picture a heavy gym exercise performed by energetic young people. But wall push-ups are a quiet revolution, perfect for seniors looking to strengthen their hearts in a gentle, controlled way. Done correctly, they activate important muscles like the chest, shoulders, arms, and abdomen. And why does this matter? Because these muscles help pump blood more efficiently, especially in the upper body, an area that often suffers from poor circulation in older people. They also strengthen the muscles responsible for breathing, which becomes essential as we age. Each well-performed repetition not only improves your strength, but also boosts your circulation. And when your blood flows better, your heart works with less effort. The result? More energy, lighter breathing, less tension, and a real sense of vitality. And the most beautiful thing is that all of this comes from a simple, gentle movement that is accessible to almost everyone. As we age, it's natural for our lung capacity to decrease. That's why it's so important to engage in activities that strengthen not only the heart, but also the muscles that aid breathing. Wall push-ups fit perfectly into this. And best of all, without putting pressure on your knees, hips, or lower back, as walking often does. And you can fully control the intensity of the movement, which gives you more confidence to start slowly. The technique is simple. Stand at arm's length from a sturdy wall. Place your hands on the wall, shoulder width apart. Keeping your body straight, slowly bend your elbows, bringing your chest closer to the wall. Then push back until you return to the starting position. Do 10 slow, controlled repetitions. This small effort activates your upper body muscles and greatly stimulates blood circulation. But the impact goes beyond the physical. There's something deeply emotional about this movement. Wall push-ups help release tension, not just in your shoulders, but in your soul. Your breathing deepens, your posture improves, and your mood lifts. Little by little, you begin to feel stronger, more stable, and more alive. I'll never forget Eleanor, an 82-year-old woman from Boise, Idaho. When she started, she could only do 5 push-ups a day. One day on the phone, she said to me, "I thought my body was too old to gain strength again, but it turns out it was just waiting for permission to try." Months later, Eleanor was doing 25 wall push-ups every morning and had enough energy to play with her great-grandchildren in the backyard. The secret here isn't intensity. It's not killing yourself doing so much. It's consistency. It's showing your body and mind, every day, that you can still get stronger. Sometimes, all your body needs is a simple gesture, leaning against the wall, to remind you that you're still there for it. If you've been following along this far and this information makes sense to you, write in the comments, "wall push-ups." This shows me that you're committed, and it helps me share these techniques with other seniors who also need to regain confidence in their bodies. Alternative number 3, seated leg raises, a revolution in your circulation. If you have swollen legs, cold feet, or a feeling of heaviness that doesn't improve even when covered with blankets, the next technique could be the change you need. A seated leg raises, it's incredibly simple, requires no equipment, and can be done in your favorite chair, in less than 5 minutes. Despite its simplicity, it activates the body's largest muscle groups: quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and of course, calves. When these muscles contract and relax, they create a true pump effect, helping blood overcome gravity and return to the heart more easily. It's like giving your circulation a little boost, and your body will thank you. With regular practice, Many people notice significant improvements in endurance, energy levels, and even resting heart rate. And doing this exercise is practically child's play. Just sit comfortably, with your back supported and your feet on the floor. Slowly lift one leg straight up without locking your knee. Hold it in the air for 2 to 3 seconds, feeling the muscle work. Lower with control. Repeat with the other leg. Start with 10 repetitions for each leg. Gradually increase as you feel comfortable. It's a quiet exercise, but extremely effective. It can be done while watching TV, or even while talking to someone. Little by little, this simple habit transforms your relationship with your body. Circulation improves, legs feel lighter, and fatigue diminishes. Again, it's not about doing a lot. It's about doing frequently. And that, yes, changes everything. How to do seated leg raises, and why they're more powerful than they look. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and your feet flat on the floor. Then raise one leg in front of you until it's parallel to the floor, without straining your knee. Hold for 2 seconds, and then slowly lower. Then repeat with the other leg. Simple, right? Start with 5 raises per leg, and over time, work your way up to 15. As your thigh muscles, the famous quadriceps, awaken, you'll begin to notice subtle but powerful changes. Your feet feel warmer, your knees become more stable, and your heart no longer has to work as hard to pump blood to your legs. But perhaps the most important benefit isn't in the muscles, but in the mind. Every time you lift your leg, you are sending a message directly to your brain. I'm still in control. I'm still capable. I still make a difference. This feeling of autonomy is essential to combat anxiety, sadness, and even depression, which often appear when mobility begins to decline. Walter, a 79-year-old man from Des Moines, Iowa, started this exercise unassumingly during TV commercial breaks. I went from feeling completely immobile in my chair to something that felt like a rebirth, he told me. The important thing wasn't to lift my leg as high as possible, but simply to remind myself that I can still move however I want. That's the beauty of this simple movement. It teaches you that progress doesn't mean running a marathon. Sometimes, all you need is to lift your foot 6 inches, and do it with intention. From the comfort of your favorite chair, you can begin to regain your strength, one movement at a time. Alternative number 4, handshake, the secret weapon against hypertension. Now, get ready for a revelation that may seem simple, but is incredibly powerful. One of the most effective tools for protecting your heart is in the palm of your hand. The strength of the grip, or grip strength, isn't just for opening jars or carrying bags. Exercising your hands with rhythmic grips can boost your cardiovascular health in surprising ways. By gently and rhythmically squeezing and releasing your hands, you stimulate small arteries in your hands and forearms, triggering a vascular response that can help reduce systolic blood pressure. And this isn't just theory. Several cardiologists now recommend this type of exercise for patients with hypertension, especially those who can't perform more intense physical activities. But here's what really impresses. Studies show that greater grip strength is directly linked to a longer and more independent life. Why? Because it reflects the state of your neuromuscular health. When your grip begins to weaken, your balance, coordination, and confidence tend to decline as well. But by training your grip, even with something as simple as a tennis ball or a stress ball, you send a powerful message to your body. I'm still strong. I'm still capable. Ruth, an 80-year-old woman from Charleston, South Carolina, is proof of this. She carries a small yellow rubber ball wherever she goes. I press 3 times when I sit down, 3 times when I stand up, he told me, with a smile that didn't hide his pride. And the result? Ruth feels more energetic throughout the day. Her heart rate is more stable, and even the pain in her hands, caused by arthritis, has diminished considerably. Who knew something so simple could have such a profound impact? The beauty of grip exercises is that they ignore all those traditional limitations. You don't need strong legs, perfect balance, or an athlete's back. All you need is your will, and something small that fits in the palm of your hand, like a soft ball, or even a rolled-up towel. You can do it while watching TV, talking on the phone, or sitting by the window, feeling the morning sun touch your face. Each squeeze is a silent victory, a reminder that you still have strength. Start by squeezing gently, holding for 2 seconds before releasing. Repeat this movement several times, 3 times a day. Over time, as you gain more stability, you can hold for longer or do more reps. But the key is consistency. not in intensity. It's habit that transforms. Small efforts, repeated with intention, change everything. Alternative number 5. Seated straight leg raise. The lower body awakening. You don't have to run marathons or climb stairs to keep your heart young. Sometimes all your body needs is a gentle reminder, like a leg kick while you sit in your favorite chair. It may seem like a silly exercise, but seated straight leg raises are actually one of the most effective and underrated exercises for those over 70 who want to regain circulation, strength, and mobility without overtaxing their bodies. See what happens when you sit for too long. Blood starts to pool in your legs. This forces your heart to work twice as hard to push that blood back to your vital organs. Over time, this increases your risk of swelling, clots, high blood pressure, and constant fatigue. But by lifting your legs, you activate a natural pump. Your lower body muscles, especially your quadriceps, contract, helping your heart circulate blood more efficiently. It's like turning on a light in a room that's been dark for a long time. The exercise is simple. Sit upright in a firm chair. Raise one leg straight out in front of you. Hold this position for 5 to 10 seconds, then lower with control. Switch legs and repeat. You don't need any equipment, just your presence, your intention, and your commitment to what's still possible. And the results appear quickly. Your legs start to feel firmer. The walk to the mailbox becomes easier. Climbing steps no longer takes your breath away. And most importantly, your body confidence starts to return. And if you doubt that such a simple exercise can change anything, let me tell you about Frank. Frank, 78, lives in Tucson, Arizona. After suffering a minor stroke, he felt weak, discouraged, and almost defeated. "What's the point? I'll never be as strong as I was before," he told me during our first conversation. But he decided to give it a try. Nothing big, nothing radical. Just this little leg movement, every day. Week after week, he began to notice changes. His legs felt firmer. Climbing stairs felt less tiring. He had more energy. But most importantly, he said, he saw changes inside. "I'm no longer sitting around waiting for my health to get worse. I'm doing something. I'm actually feeling better." Frank regained something that many lose with age. The feeling of being in control of your own life. The truth that nobody tells. Your dignity, your strength, your vitality don't come from your youth or physical appearance. They come from your courage to move forward, even slowly, even when afraid, even if it's just a few inches a day. If you feel tired, stuck, or lost, remember, you're still here, and that's reason enough to get started. Take a deep breath, move, a little at a time, and prove to yourself that your body can still count on you. Your muscles aren't asking for marathons. Your legs aren't crying out for a 5K run. They just ask for a chance, a small movement, a sign that you're still here, still believe in what you can do, even if it's just lifting a few inches off the ground. Every lift, every contraction, every small gesture you make today strengthens your body, reactivates your circulation, and gives your heart exactly what it needs to continue sustaining you with independence and vitality. A personal message of hope and transformation. Let me share something with you, heart to heart. Throughout my life, and especially as I've gotten older, I've realized that the biggest changes don't happen in gyms, or on fad diets, or with expensive equipment. They happen in an instant of courage, in a silent moment when you decide, I'll try, because my body still matters. And it really does matter. I've seen so many incredible people, with decades of experience and wisdom, begin to believe it was too late, that the world was moving on without them. The sound outside getting further and further away. Conversations at home are decreasing. The body slowly falling silent. But you know what I discovered after all this? Inside, even on the hardest days, there is always a spark of life, of hope, of strength. She never disappears. She just waits to be remembered. These 5 exercises I shared with you today are not just physical movements. They are silent declarations. They are profound messages you send to your body, to your soul. I'm still here. I still count. I can still take care of myself. Every handshake, each leg raise, every wall push-up. It's a choice. It's you saying, I don't give up on myself. I know this phase of life is not always easy. Maybe you lost someone you loved deeply. Maybe your body no longer responds like it used to, and this leaves you frustrated. Maybe you're just tired of trying. And all of this is understandable. All of this is human. But I ask you with affection, don't confuse tiredness with the end. There is still so much in you. There are still steps to be taken. Even if small, there is still oxygen to circulate, muscles to awaken, moments to live, and the most beautiful, you don't have to do this in a hurry. There's no need to rush it. You just need to do it with intention. You're never too old to do something kind for your heart. You're never too weak to try something gentle and restorative. Even if you can't walk like you used to, there's still a way. There always is. There's always a way to honor the extraordinary body that got you here, with respect, with love, with small gestures that, together, create a real transformation. If you felt that this message spoke to you today, I want to ask you 2 things. Comment below. I choose to take care of myself. Share this video with someone you love who needs to hear this. Thank you for walking with me this far. You are stronger than you think. And that force, even if silent, can still take you very, very far.